reality chart analysis. In this channel, I will be analyzing the market structure, telling us our current position in the price chart, and predicting the possible next move of the market. But first, if you're new to this channel, please subscribe, like, and put on your notification to be notified when next I drop a new video. In this section, I'll be analyzing the Binance coin, which is the BNB. Welcome to the price chart market. This is our chart for the BNB. I used yellow to map out my major structure, which is my daily time frame, and I use red to map out my minor structure, which is my 4 hours time frame. But guys, take a note of this. After every break of structure, we should always expect a pullback. Starting from this point, I'll be using these two for my pullback and this other two for my impulsive move. The green for my impulsive move and the red for my pullback. So let's start from this point. Market broke structure from this point to this point, giving us higher high. So now this is our break of structure. So now giving us from higher low to higher high. This is our break of structure, expecting the pullback. There the pullback came into the market. That's the bears came into the market and gave us this pullback move. The bulls came back, broke structure again to the upside to give us this higher high. Expecting a pullback, price broke structure to the downside, telling us that the bears are now in control of the market. Instead, this is actually a change of character. Remember guys, remember what I said about change of character. When price break structure to the upside and the downside, that's a change of character. After seeing this change of character, price pull back to the supply zone and do what? And broke structure to the downside. Now let's see, price pull back to the supply zone. After price pulling back to the supply zone, what happened? It broke structure to the downside. This is it. On our major structure, we've been between this swing, between this lower high and this lower low here. Everything happening on our minor structure is between this lower high and this lower low. So now let's go to our 4 hours time frame to analyze our minor structure. So on our minor structure, remember we saw price broke structure to the downside on our major structure. So what should we be expecting? So after price came back to the major supply zone, we start seeing price breaking structure now to the downside. This from this point to this point, we saw a break of structure. Price broke structure, gave us higher low and lower low. Then this is our pullback. This is on our minor structure. This is our pullback. Yeah, price pullback to this point. Now we now saw another break of structure from this lower high to this lower low. That's on our minor structure, and we expected a pullback, and sure, we saw a pullback. Price came back to this point, tested this point before price broke structure again to the downside. After price broke structure to the downside, we expected a pullback, and sure, we saw a pullback. Now let's notice something. This another change of character. Price broke structure to the downside and also broke structure to the upside. But guys, what do you think? After breaking structure to the downside, we expected a pullback. Price came back, gave us a minor pullback, and just broke this structure. But remember, when we say a supply zone, it's not actually a point, it's a whole zone. So this became our supply zone. Price came back to this zone. Do what? It broke structure. We saw another break of structure to the downside. After we saw price came back to this zone, we saw another break of structure to the downside. What do we expect? We expect another pullback. Now price pull back to this point, and another break of structure came in again, meaning BNB has been breaking structure to the downside and a pullback now. So now guys, at this point now, this has been our pullback point. After then, we've not break structure within our minor structure. We've been between this lower low and this higher high. Guys, drop your thoughts in the comment section. So guys, what's our current position in the market? Remember, on our major time frame, price just broke structure to the downside. Price now rally, gave us a pullback. Now we are on a pullback phase on our major structure. On our minor structure too, price broke structure to the upside. Everything here is a pullback phase to the break of structure to the upside. So guys, drop your thoughts in the comment section. What do you think? Do you think price will come to this demand zone, respect this demand zone, and go back to this supply zone? Or do you think price will come to this demand zone and break this demand zone to give us a series of lower low, and we should expect lower low? Or price will come back to this demand zone, break this demand zone, and come back to this other demand zone to break structure back to the upside? Thank you for watching this video.